So I finished draft 1 of book 1. Now what? Okay, so I started rereading draft 1, and as I'm rereading it, I'm realizing that I need to change at least half of it. I'm realizing that I have too many major plot points, too many major scenes, and it's kind of making it to where none of them are actually important when in reality they are. So I need to go through and choose half of them to be moved to other books in the series. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna finish the reread. I think I have like 20 more scenes that I need to read, but I already know what I'm doing, kind of. Then I'm gonna fast draft 2, and then put it down. Then I'm going to, while I'm fast drafting draft 2 of book 1, I'm gonna go over my book 2 outline that I have, because now there are a lot of things changing in that as well. So as I'm fast drafting draft 2 of book 1, I'm gonna redo the outline for book 2, and then once I'm done fast drafting book 1 and I set that aside, I'm gonna start drafting book 2, and while I'm drafting book 2, work on outline for book 3, and then just keep that momentum going pretty much. Finish draft 1 of book 2, reread it, change what I need to, fast draft 2 for that, re-outline book 3. The reason I'm even outlining the next book ahead of time is so that I can have like a general sense of where the series is going, if that makes sense. It makes sense in my head, so that's what I'm doing. So we're pretty much just gonna keep going that route. We'll draft book 3, reread it, fast draft 2, put it down, and then keep going from there. Book 4, book 5, and then once draft 2 of book 5 is done, I'm gonna go back and read book 1. Yeah, but also after I fast draft the second draft of each book, I'm gonna send them off to my best friend Madeline and another friend of ours, Tessa, and kind of get their opinions, see if there's any questions that I need to make sure I answer within that book, or at least by the end of the series, things like that. So yeah, honestly, I feel like an imposter. Like, I'm rereading this and I'm just like, some scenes are good, okay? I'm gonna give myself some credit there. Some scenes are good, but other scenes in my head, I'm just thinking, what the fuck? But it is what it is. I have to be patient with myself, understanding this is my very first book that I've ever written in full, from start to finish. And not just that, it's the first draft, zero draft, first draft, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it'll be fine. But I am kicking myself in the ass because past me was like, oh, that's draft 2 Jessica's problem, and now draft 2 Jessica's here, and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? So, you know, there's that too. But okay, I'm gonna finish reading, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna start fast drafting draft 2, but I don't know how that's gonna work. Once I finish the read through and I do the outline, it'll come to me. I'll figure out how long I want to work on draft 2 before I start working on book 2. But okay, that was just an update. I'm gonna finish reading this and then I will touch base, check in, and we'll go from there. I've finished the full read through. I've pretty much fucked myself. That's what I did. The way I ended it, I still want to keep part of it. I think that's very important. But the scenes leading up to that have to be moved. I'm glad that this is a multiple book series from the beginning, because there's just a lot. But okay, the read through is done. Now I'm just gonna go in. I think I need to work on draft 2. And then as I'm working on draft 2, take scenes out and move them to the rough drafts for the next coming up books, I guess, or at least make a note of them in my writer's notebook. The scenes are good. Well, at least I think they are. I'm not so hard on myself or down on myself about the scenes that I've written, but the order of the scenes and how things are happening needs to change. So almost everything that's in this book I'm going to use one way or another, whether it's in book 1 or the following books. I think I tried to put so much into book 1, but it's not really leaving room for any of the books after. There's just way too much. But again, like I said, having too many big moments makes the big moments insignificant in a way, because there's so many, you don't know what's the most important. And so if I spread it out throughout the books, it'll be easier to digest, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think I need to you know what, give me a minute. I need to just think on this. I think I'll come back to you when I figure out what I'm doing for sure. Okay, so I think I've fully decided that, so I'm gonna print the very first draft still and bind it at Office Depot or Staples or whatever, just because I want to have a physical copy of each draft. That's probably excessive, but that's what I want to do. So I think I am going to print another copy but not have it be bound, because I know that I'm keeping all of the scenes, just they're not going to be in book 1. So I think, so I have these bins from Amazon, and then I have folders inside of them that are 2-inch thick or whatever, that include the file folders that will hold each of the acts for each book. As well as the note cards that I use, and then now it'll hold the different drafts, right? Because I want to keep it all contained or whatever. So what I want to do is I'm going to print out a copy of this unbound, separate each of the scenes into which book I think it'll fall into better, and then place them in their corresponding file folders. I have 3 of these because it only fits 2 in each one. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then start draft 2. Again, put it aside, outline book 2 once I have the scenes that I need to go in there from this first draft. So yeah, I think what happened was, because I've been working on this book for over 2 decades at this point, and so I was getting ahead of myself in writing some of these scenes. Like there was a vision that the main character has when she and another main character touch hands, but I realized that I can't, that would be too much of a spoiler, and that's actually a scene that's going to happen towards the end of book 5. And so I think I just got way ahead of myself, but I have kind of a baseline, so I mean it feels good. Just now I need to expand on it and add more to each book, as well as figure out where I'm starting the series at with book 1. So I booted up my laptop. I think while I have things printing, the scenes that I know I'm keeping in book 1, I'm just going to start working on. Realistically, well, not like what I want to have done is draft 2 be done by the end of this month, which would give me 8 days. Yeah, 8 days. Realistically, is that going to happen? I don't know. It all depends on how many scenes I want to get through each day, or how much I'm able to get through each day. But I think, yeah, so starting tomorrow, I'm going to treat it like an actual job, and try and be consistent. I mean, I've been doing really good with writing. I'm going to give myself that pat on the back. Good job, me. But I need to buckle down more. I mean, I'm going to admit I did have a little bit of a breakdown because I just felt like an imposter. Like, can I actually be a writer? But again, first draft, and it's okay because all the scenes are usable still, just not in book 1. So that's my update. I'm gonna start working on draft 2. Update, I think I need to re-outline all the books again. It's fine. While it's a little bit discouraging and I'm like, okay, well, I already wrote almost 1,000 words for draft 1.5/2. It's fine. I need to, I'm gonna try and do the plot grid, story grid outlining method, possibly, especially because I'm moving some plots from the first book to the second one. And so I think I'm just gonna sit down and do that for a little bit. I'm feeling really discouraged, and I know I shouldn't, but I am. But it's okay. We're gonna pass this. It'll be okay. Things are gonna work out. Yeah, it's gonna work out. I just need to stop being so hard on myself. So like, I just need to, 1, clean off my desk, 2, just put on comfy clothes and just stay in today. Clean my room maybe. I don't know. That's just all procrastination things. I just need to, I need to print this out, but I can't do that until Thursday. I ran out of printer paper, but I don't want to leave the house today. I don't even want to leave the house tomorrow, but I think I need to tomorrow, so maybe I'll just get it tomorrow. But I need to get more printer paper, possibly more ink, just in case I run out, because I'm not going to print it double-sided, just because the scenes, I don't want them to be on the same page if I'm separating them out through books. But I think that, because I was watching, who is it? Claire Phrase, I think is how you say her name. I was watching her how to outline using a plot grid video, and so I feel like that's something that I need right now. to do that. Because a lot of what's going on is I'm getting lost in each scene. It'll go from they know who the bad guy is to they don't know who the bad guy is. I'm also getting lost on this is going to be part of the overarching series plot line, and no, it's just this particular book plot line without giving anything away. So hopefully that makes sense. I just don't want to give all the information away. But yeah, that's what I'm struggling with. But the scenes that I wrote are good. I mean, they could be better. I can fix grammatical errors. I could fix, like, I could just beef them up a little bit, and they're all usable for right now. But until I get to whatever book they're in, I'm not gonna mess around with it too much. Only the scenes that I'm keeping for book 1. But my battery is flashing, so I'm gonna work on the plot grid and then go from there. But you know what, I still completed a first draft, and I still need to be proud of myself for that. Oh my gosh, I have to redo the entirety of book 1, but I figured out what the biggest plot point, like the major whatever, because I'm still new to all of the technical terms. I just like to write, okay? I'm putting that out there. Also why I feel like an imposter, because I don't know all the technical details. I just know that I like to write, and I don't know if I'm any good, but I'm gonna keep going. Anyways, book 1, I realized that something that came so easily and in the beginning half of book 1 actually needs to happen in the second half of book 1, and the first half needs to be a series of the bad guy stopping the main character from achieving this, because she needs to achieve this big thing in order for anything in the other books to happen, right? So if I just focus on that, change things around, yeah, holy shit, like that was a big aha moment. Like, Jessica, you dumb, why didn't you think of that before? So, but that still doesn't mean I have to trash anything. It just pushes things out. So you know what, I don't even know if this is technically a draft 1. Let's just, I know I've said it before, or maybe I haven't. 0 draft. Basically, in this one draft, I wrote out most of the things that I wanted to happen in the entire book series itself. And so nothing was super fleshed out, nothing was super detailed, all the things. But this is a big thing. I've got it. Okay. That was a quick update. I don't know how much I have so far, but I'm gonna keep going. The vlog's just gonna be 2 days late, probably. You'll see. Well, whenever you see this, you see this. But holy crap. That would make so much more sense though. And then have her go through all of the trials at like the second half of the book. I'm intrigued. And so maybe the first half, because I pretty much like, it's okay, a lot of things happen and it's just one thing after another. There's no break, there's no breather. It's literally she wakes up, she makes a decision, she goes to this place that she decides, sorry I'm being super vague, I know, I hate it too, but I don't want to give anything away. But basically she goes to this place, a lot of information is thrown at her, something else happens, she goes to another place, and it's going. Like, it's just never ending, and it's like technically months worth of her not really sleeping or eating because things happen back to back to back. And the only way I could think of for them to regroup is do a meeting. But that just seems so repetitive and pointless. So if I stop and just like pull them. So I'm still gonna go through, after I print out the draft, pull out scenes and place it in their correct books folder. But holy crap, I'm happy. Okay, I'm not feeling as discouraged now. I'm happy I did the draft. I mean, I've always been happy that I finished the draft, but I was, yeah, I'm like, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's going. I'm doing all the things, and holy crap. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start fleshing things out. I'm happy. That makes me so happy.